Welcome to the REeBroker Group May 2022 Realtor Training Opportunity. I'm Kathy Salmarcos, the Director of Operations. What we're asking is that everybody place their questions and comments in the chat so we can quickly go through the information. And want to go next? Yep. All right, first off, we're going to start with some information about car forms. Some of you may have known that in the past, there was a copyright infringement issue, and we just want to remind people that these couple of reminders here. First one, car forms are for usage only by the person who holds the account, and sharing car forms is a copyright infringement that carries a fine. In the past was up to $2,500 per agent. We've seen it as high as $140. So providing forms to a seller or buyer you're not representing could create a dual agency. And then you want to make sure that in your zip form system that you do have the correct brokerage information. We have seen some variations on the name. This is the correct way to list the name, REeBroker Group. We've seen REeBroker Group Inc. or different variations. Make sure so you don't have a DRE violation, that you are using the correct information, and that it is appearing on the bottom of the first page of all of your contracts. The last page can include your personal information so that if escrow needs to send you something during the transaction, they'll have that information as well. A reminder though, escrow instructions do need to have REeBroker Group's information on them. Next. Okay, so with the new car purchase agreement, we've seen a lot of issues with the pre-sale requirements. So many of the cities have certain requirements in order to close escrow. They may be as specific as fees or taxes, or they can include mandated low flow toilets, shower heads, water heater strapping. Can be like LA has the 9A, Oakland has the sewer lateral. So each city has their different pre-sale requirements. Those need to be addressed during the inspection period. And the RPA section 3Q 5 and 6 is where you want to state who is responsible. 5 is for the report, 6 is who's paying for the fees. So we have compiled a list, and it's in our document library under point pre-sale requirements. Just a reminder though, because all of the local, all of the different entities, local, state, county, they are changing these guidelines on an ongoing basis. So our document is just for reference. If you don't see your city there, you still need to research it. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to contact the office. Next. Okay, here, as I mentioned, this is in regards to transaction coordinator fees or administrative fees. You want to put them on Q16 of the RPA, as well as if you need additional space, R1. R2 is a good area to indicate if you are the buyer and the agent, or if you're related to anyone that's any of the buyers, or if it's your corporation, you need to make sure you're disclosing that right up front. Next. Okay, so through the years, we've compiled this list of master agreements that we've signed with different entities that can provide you leads. So in the document library, we have the REeBroker Group master agreement list. What you'll want to do if you're looking for leads is contact these companies and see if they have any in your area. And initially, when we were set up with these companies, there was no fee. You always want to check to see if there is a fee. And if so, check their reviews to make sure that they are producing good quality leads. And if you ever have to pay for leads, make sure that they're not selling them to 100 people. So next. Okay, Sarah, you want to take over?
Yes. Hi, good morning. We're just going to touch a little bit on wholesaling and assignments of the purchase agreement. So wholesaling is when an investor will find a discounted property, get it under contract, and then sell it to an interested buyer all throughout the same escrow period. Just so you guys know, we don't allow agents to represent themselves in wholesale transactions. So you'll want to, if you're interested in wholesaling, finding out more about this kind of niche market, you will want to look at our instructions in the document library. You'll see instructions for wholesaling down there at the bottom. You'll have to search for it. So during the wholesaling process, you will be doing an assignment, which is in the purchase agreement. You will assign it to another buyer, and the new buyer will then perform all the duties and obligations under the original contract. Next. Thanks, Yeva. And so during this process, you'll be adding another buyer. So you're going to want to use the AOAA form, which is the assignment of agreement addendum. And so if you are doing the wholesaling process and you're going to be adding a buyer, it will have to be approved by the seller. So there's a total assignment and a partial assignment, as you can see here. The total assignment is if you as an individual are purchasing a property, or you have a buyer who's purchasing it and they want to assign that purchase to like their trust or their LLC, something like that. A partial assignment is when you're going to be adding an additional buyer, such as like, if you need someone else to hop onto the transaction in order to qualify for the loan for the correct amount, something like that. The AOAA form does state that any additional buyers will have to go back and initial and sign any documents that have already been presented and signed in the original agreement. We have a form in the document library about adding another party to the transaction. So you'll want to review that as well. Next. Perfect. Compensation for assignment. So if you are doing a wholesale and doing the assignment, and you're, as the agent, are receiving compensation for the assignment, you're going to put that amount in section 3. And it's our recommendation that if you are going to be doing receiving compensation for the assignment, that you get paid through escrow. So, okay.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Sarah, for that information. That was really great. I just wanted to quickly highlight our loan division and then go over just one more thing after that. So I wanted to remind everyone that you can always reach out to our office whenever you or your clients need to get a pre-approval or a pre-qualification. We're registered with 24 different lenders, so we are very well equipped to assist you. And you can view those lenders on our website as well. Feel free to reach out to our office. We're available by phone, or you can also reach out via email to loans@REeBrokerCA.com. Next slide, please. Thank you. So recently, CAR sent out this information on rentals and property management. I wanted to give a quick reminder that no property management is allowed with REeBroker Group. Next slide, please. Any real estate resources that you use for personal rentals would make that rental a reportable transaction to REeBroker Group. So this means that you are not able to use your DRE license number or the brokerage name on any of your contracts. You can't use CAR forms, and you can't list the rental lease on the MLS. Reminder that standard fees will apply if you do these things. And then, of course, you will need to report the transaction onto our system. Next slide, please. The broker fees for these transactions are 10% of the rental commission with a $50 minimum, whichever of those two is higher. Please remember that any resources that the public cannot access, you cannot use during your personal lease rental. If they are used, then the transaction has to be reported to our REeBroker Group, and all fees and documentation requirements will apply. REeBroker Group agents are not authorized to advertise property management services. So on websites, business cards, things like that, even if you are managing your own personal properties. To learn more about this policy, you can go onto our website on your homepage and review the document titled Property Management Rental Lease information. So also you can feel free to call our office and we'd be happy to help. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Let me show you some IT spotlight things. I will just share a different screen in this moment. Okay, so from your agent homepage, if you click on My Transactions, you'll get taken to this page. And we do require that all our agents upload unaccepted, not executed, and or pending offers. So if you click this, you'll get taken to this upload page, or you can use your email that you have associated with your account on REeBroker and send to upload@rebrokerca.com this TID with the attachment, and it'll automatically go in here. Another thing that I wanted to show you was on the agent, oh, and then Kathy might have mentioned this, but on the contact us page, if you want to search for agents, if you want to give a referral to another one of our agents, or you need help, you can go on contact and search for agent. We'll take you to this page here, and you can look up for city, zip, name, language, and you'll get a list of our agents that are qualified. On the home page here, you can do training videos, and we revamped this page. We have a bunch of really great training videos. We're doing more and more, so you can email us if you have any requests. We even have all our past webinars here, or you can even just visit our YouTube channel for more training. And then under agent tools, our marketing hub is also revamped. And it's really great. We have a lot of resources. So go check it out and read up on it and let us know any questions or ideas that you guys have. So thank you all. Let me go back to the slide.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Marie Belknap. I am a sales associate with California Title, and also on the call we have my title partner, David Scarman, who is the Vice President of Sales in California. Over the next few minutes, we are going to just give you a real high-level overview of who we are as a company, and then get into some of the tools and programs that we believe will really be a benefit to you. So we do hold one of the oldest title licenses here in Southern California. And we also work with 5 different underwriters, those being First American, Stewart, Old Republic, North American, and Real Advantage. And really, we believe that allows us to handle any type of transaction that comes across our table, which is fantastic for you all. But the biggest component that I believe does separate us from other companies is our technology. So with that, let me see if I can switch the screen. If I could have the next slide, please. And I'm going to have David kind of go into the technology component and some of the newest programs that we have.
Thank you, Marie. Good morning, everybody. I'm really excited to be here. And I want to thank Kathy and Sarah for taking the time to have us on. With the limited time that we have, we are going to brush on a few things. I would suggest that everybody gets a pen or a pencil and write some information down, because we're going to talk about opportunity in the current marketplace and what exists today. So first off, what I want to talk about is an opportunity that exists. So I'm going to use myself as an example. I have lived in my home for 25 years, and I have gained an immense amount of equity, and my house is worth more than it ever has been before. But I have a little situation. I really can't move. And the reason I can't move is because if I was to go ahead and cash out, I don't want to leave the area. So I'm kind of stuck. I'm going to be staying in the same house probably, I don't know, rest of my life. But, you know, if I was to move, I'd be paying at the top of the market to get in. And then I would be paying an astronomical amount of rent if I was to sit by and wait for the market to change. So as Marie said, we have some very, very proprietary technology that we are applying into the current market. And so what is the current market based on what I just talked about? We have low inventory, though it's slowly starting to creep up. We have pent up buyer demand that currently exists. We have astronomical sales prices that I don't see them really, maybe leveling off a little bit. They might just start to come down in certain areas, but it's a very interesting marketplace right now. We also see a lot of people overbidding on homes. We see, that when you get to a listing, it's probably, there's been a line out the door and people are going to be paying over market. They're going to be removing contingencies, crazy stuff. So we have, with our technology that's proprietary to us, created a program that is really fits the marketplace right now, and it's called Matchmaker. Let's be clear first off. Again, this is not a dating site for the REeBroker team. It is not a dating site for the California title reps. But what it is a system that helps allow for you to data mine off-market properties based on your buyer's specific criteria. So the number one thing I would say is if you have a buyer, you need to go to the REeBroker loan division, because if they are not pre-approved and if they are not pre-qualified, they are really not a buyer. They are just someone that's going to be bugging you the whole time. So get to the loan division and make sure that your buyer is pre-approved. So let me give you an overview again of some opportunity that's out there and how Matchmaker can fit your pre-approved buyers. So I'm going to pick on one city. I'm going to pick on Carlsbad, and I'm just going to show you some of the opportunity that exists. So going back to the point where here I am, I'm in my home. I really would love to sell, but I don't have any place to go unless I'm leaving out of state. And even that's getting crazy now. So here is Carlsbad. For anybody who is farming in Carlsbad or working in Carlsbad, you might want to write these numbers down. We can also provide these numbers for you to any city. So here's Carlsbad. Opportunity, single family homes. There are 26,134 single family homes in the city of Carlsbad. Out of that, 4,398 are absentee owners. 4,398. 16% of the homes in Carlsbad, single family, are absentee owners. Let's talk about condos now. This is an interesting number. There's 9,821 condos in the city of Carlsbad. Out of that, 3,592 are absentee owners. 36% of the condos in Carlsbad are absentee. So out of those absentee owners, if we were to add this up and even whittle down further, the lowest hanging fruit is the out-of-state absentee owners. Why? They don't have to move. This is an investment property. And right now in our marketplace, this is when they can capitalize on that investment. So the out-of-state absentee owners in Carlsbad, single family, 743, condo, 33, total, 776. Total out-of-state absentee owners exist in Carlsbad. Now this goes city to city to city to city. The way that we feel, and we have seen tremendous success with this, and this is what the Matchmaker program allows us to do. So let's say you have a pre-approved buyer, and I'm going to keep hitting on that because it's so important to get to the loan division of REeBroker and get pre-approved. Let's say you have a pre-approved buyer. For the most part, the buyer's agents are fairly handcuffed to the MLS. So what do? We sit back, we wait for the property to come on the MLS. This is a different opportunity. This allows us to data mine the off-market properties that meet our exact buyer's criteria for bedroom bathroom count, the neighborhood, the community, the subdivision, the tract, the minimum square footage. This is all available to you for free through the Cal Title website at www.caltitle.com, caltitle.com. It's free to get on. It's free to go and fill out the Matchmaker form, which is under the More Tools button. It allows you to fill out this document. And once you submit the document, that will go to Marie and myself. And within 24 hours, we will provide you with a farm that will break down the absentee owners that meet this exact criteria, the out-of-state owners that meet this exact criteria. And then one other component that we're going to throw in there is our most likely to sell algorithm that we are using. So you're going to get 3 farms. What you'll be able to do is take a broader area and whittle down and get in there. So another thing that's coming up that I believe that this has tremendous value, not only for the buyer's agent, but a seller's agent that has a buyer, is this upcoming lawsuit with the Justice Department and all of the big brokerages that are out there right now over the commission structure. And we know, and for those that don't know, ask your manager basically what is potentially going to happen is there's going to be a division in the commission where the buyer's agent will pay for their commission and the seller agent will pay for theirs. We don't know what's going to come of that yet, but I feel, and so does the brokerage, that it's extremely important if you have a, again, qualified buyer to get that buyer broker agreement signed. We've seen that there's some hesitation with asking for that. So I'm going to role play real quick with Marie on this. And hopefully it gives you guys a little bit more value add as a buyer's agent coming into the marketplace where you feel really strong and you feel good about this because it's going to tie into the Matchmaker program. So here we go. Marie, I want to thank you so much for choosing me as your buyer's agent. I appreciate it so much. I know that you probably have friends that are agents, and you probably even have maybe a family member, but you chose me. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I want you to know what makes me different than everybody else. For the most part, as a buyer's agent, we're going to be kind of handcuffed to the MLS. And obviously, the home may come from that, but you've probably experienced that you're not getting to the home in time, right?
Right.
You're not getting, the over, people that, paying overprice and all these different things.
Yes.
But what I'm going to do is different.
Okay.
Not only am I going to work with the MLS, but I'm going to data mine off-market properties for you. I'm going to take your exact criteria, square footage, bedroom, bathroom count. I know you've talked about a specific school district you want to be
Right.
in.
Mhm.
So we're going to go after off-market properties. Has anybody ever offered that service to you, or is that something you might be interested in?
Yeah, I'm extremely tired of not getting to homes on time and really interested. Is there any fee to me? Do I have to pay anything?
No,
Okay.
Marie, I'm going to be using a system through our title partner that allows us to data mine. There's no cost to you at all.
Okay.
But, I am going to be spending my own money. I'm going to be spending my own time. I'm going to be putting a lot of energy into doing this for you because I really believe that right now is the time that I can, whittle out some off-market property, especially with the prices where they are today.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing so, before we do that, what I want to do is I want to kind of solidify our relationship. I want to hold each other accountable.
Okay.
On this. So there is a tool called a buyer broker agreement. There's a couple of them. What I'd like to do is maybe have an offline conversation, get you in front of my manager to discuss really maybe, solidifying our arrangement through this.
Sure.
Do you mind talking about that?
No, that's fine. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So we'll do that offline. Sorry. So guys, that's just some little ways of going in and having that discussion. We've seen that people feel really confident in going in and asking for it when they are providing this other service. So again, it's called Matchmaker. It is not a dating site. It is on www.caltitle.com. It is under the More Tools tab. There is a tremendous number of tools. If you want to go to the next slide real quick. These are a couple of the pieces that are inside there. We have a market snapshot. We have a customized and intuitive market snapshot that you create that is actually a market report that is extremely unique. You actually outline the area by a polygon and it will create an intuitive market snapshot for you. You can email this to one of your out-of-state absentees, and every time they go to it, it'll update itself. There's some great tools in regards to marketing to these people. The next slide. And we also have just recently updated our buyer's net sheet, and we have a calculator called Buyer's Power that is a super, super amazing tool that will allow you to calculate within seconds the home price that your potential buyer can purchase. And it's all available for free on Untitled.com. I do want to throw out one more hook, one more bait for a next meeting that we're going to have. So here I am, I'm gonna go cast it out there. We are one of the first title companies in the state of California and nationally that is going to allow for cryptocurrency transactions. We have aligned ourselves with an exchange. So I'm just going to bait this for another conversation that hopefully we can have here in the near future, but we have created the opportunity in the crypto space. This is a space that is expanding. It is something that's not going away. We have been able to figure out how to eliminate the volatility, how to cover all the KYC, AML, money laundering, and all of the SOC 1, SOC 2 certification around it. It is an amazing tool that's not going away. So guys, thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you, Kathy and Sarah. Marie, any closing? Marie, close it out, girl.
What about your contact information?
Contact information, yes. What would be the best way to get it out to everyone? We can send it to a page. Would you want to take our contact information and send it out, or what?
I put in the chat, just your email or however you want us to contact. I've seen that you guys have the QR code there. Is that just for the website, or is that for your contact information?
No, that's for our site. So I can go ahead. David, I don't know if you have access as well to the chat, but I can put all of our contact information in there if you would like.
Absolutely. And on the chats real quick, there's a couple questions real quick I want to answer. How does the agent contact the absentee owner? So here's what we're going to be, what did the title report show, wherever the text was said. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to, when you fill out the Matchmaker form, what we're going to do is we're going to send you 3 forms. It can be done, as you see, when you get to the Matchmaker form that is on caltitle.com under more tools. When you go there and you start to fill it out, it'll ask you if you want a PDF, if you want a CSV file or Excel. We are going to provide you with the address and all of the information there. One of the things that comes up is going to be, how do I call these people? How can I get a phone number? So I'm going to give you an idea. So we are a very, very compliant and secure title company. We were the very first title company to actually be SOC 1 and SOC 2. We spent over $1 million making sure our security was there. So we hold ourselves to the highest standard that there is. So at California Title Company, you can purchase because those are restricted filters, phone numbers, but we find that on our system, they're not really the greatest because we are using the Black Knight and the data trace. So everybody, if you want to write this down, pick up a pencil or a pen. I'm going to give you a website address that we have found that is phenomenal for phone numbers. Ready? It is truepeoplesearch.com. Truepeoplesearch.com is free. It freaked me out because I found phone numbers that I forgot about that I even had, but it's truepeoplesearch.com. You're going to be able to find these phone numbers for these people. Fantastic phone call. I think this is super important. As a agent, when you're calling the out-of-state absentee owner, you do not have to qualify yourself. You are the expert. Real quick, I know my time is limited, but this is so cool. Hey, Marie, this is David Scarman at REeBroker. I'm calling you about your property on 111 Street in California. Don't worry, Marie, the property's not on fire, but the market is. Okay, guys, you can use that, okay? The market's on fire. I know this is an investment property for you. You purchased this house in 2001 for X amount of dollars. Since you're out of state, forgive me if you do know, but this is what it's worth today. This is where the dollars are. By the way, congratulations on your investment, Marie.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if you're aware of the economic environment and the real estate environment in California. We're at the pinnacle of pricing. We have pent-up buyer demand. We have low inventory. Right now is a time to capitalize on your investment. Right now is a time to move this property. I have buyers pent up that would love to step into this piece of property, and you can capitalize on your investment. Marie, would you be interested in me sending you some information on that?
Yes, I would. That'd be great.
Don't you all wish the buyers and everybody was like Marie? Thank you, Marie. Okay,
Great
guys, so that's
information.
quick. Anybody needs help with any of this stuff, we are here 100%, okay?
Thank you, David. Thank you, Marie. Excellent
Thank you.
presentation. Just want to mention, team, make sure you look at the do not call list. Do not call list.com, I think is we have
Yeah.
information for that as well. So there's no issues with that. So, but very good information. Thank you everyone for joining us. Did we answer all the questions? I think we did. All right, we'll see you. Oh, next month, we're going to have information on short sales, auctions, bank-owned property sales, and title liens. So make sure you join us. And that date is, we had it up on the thing. It was
I think it's June 23rd.
June 23rd. And it is on your calendar on your homepage for the
Yes.
training calendar.
And then
Thank
if anyone can't make it, remember the training videos, that YouTube channel, you can see previous webinars. You'll be able to watch this one recorded. So if you can't make it, you can watch it later, but we always like to see you guys live because then you can ask questions.
Very good. Thank you. Take care, team. Bye.